Welcome back to my channel Coin Purchaser. Today we're diving deep into a coin you probably see every day but few people really understand, the 1970-60 Lincoln 1 cent from Denver. I'll give you the full story, why this humble penny was minted in the billions, what typical examples are worth today, which era coins to watch for, how to buy and sell without getting burned, and the exact steps to research, grade, and list your coin to get the best price. Hit like, subscribe, and let's hunt some pennies. Start with the basics so your viewers immediately know what we're talking about. The 1970-60 Lincoln 1 cent is the Denver minted version of the Lincoln Memorial cent struck in 1976. It has the obverse portrait of Abraham Lincoln and the memorial reverse used from 1959 to 2008. The coin is 19.00 millimeters in diameter, weighs about 3.11 grams, and is made of the standard modern composition used before 1982 of primarily copper with a bit of zinc. The Denver mintage for 1976 was enormous. Over 4 billion pieces were produced, so this is a very common date in everyday change. This isn't a special bicentennial design year for pennies. The 1976 Lincoln cent stayed the same design as surrounding years, but 1976 is an interesting year for collectors because it sits in a period of massive circulation. Pre-1982 copper composition, and a rising market for mint state and era specimens. 1976 falls during the Lincoln Memorial reverse era, and it was struck in extraordinary quantities at the Denver Mint. Because so many were made, most 1970-60 coins in circulation are common and worth a penny, but collectors still prize high-grade, original red, or certified examples and the occasional error or mint variety. For mainstream collectors, the date is more interesting for high-grade survivors and error varieties than for scarcity. Now the money part, what you can expect if you buy or sell. Circulated 1970-60 Lincoln cents with typical wear are generally worth only face value to a few cents to coin dealers and casual collectors. Most worn examples sell for roughly 1 cent to a few cents a piece on bulk lots or in change. If you have a problem-free circulated 1970-60, its value is essentially face value for everyday use. Uncirculated examples carry a premium that depends on grade, color, RB/RD, and eye appeal, can sell for tens to a few $100s depending on eye appeal and market demand. There are documented auction records of high-grade 1976 pennies reaching hundreds or, in rare cases and exceptional conditions, higher. Auction records for exceptionally high-graded specimens exist, and show that the top end can be significant, although these are rare. To summarize a quick price window you can quote in your video, circulated 1970-60, generally face value to a few cents. Uncirculated MS-60, MS-63, small premiums, single digits to low tens of dollars. Uncirculated MS-65, MS-66 and up, can reach tens to a few $100s. Exceptional MS-67 plus pieces are rare and have sold for larger sums. This is where things get interesting. The general date is common, but mint errors and varieties, and some rare die or mint anomalies can be worth considerably more. Typical error types to look for include repunched mint marks, doubled dies, double strikes, off-center strikes, and dramatic die breaks or clash dies. Examples of these have sold on auction sites or listed on dealer pages for hundreds or more depending on severity and grade. A few practical examples to show in the video. A 1970-60 with a strong repunched mint mark or obvious doubling on the date/Liberty can command premium prices on the collector market. Sellers often list such pieces in the hundreds depending on condition and demand. Dramatic double strikes or large off-center strikes can also be much more valuable to error collectors. Show photos of such errors and note that documented errors are authenticated and often graded before high-value sales. Give your viewers simple steps. This is great content and shareable, clean, steady lighting and a macro photo. Take a clear close-up of the obverse including Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, the date, and the mint mark area. Also photograph the reverse. Use a plain dark background. Check the mint mark carefully. Look for repunched mint marks. A visible shadow or second D behind the primary D can be RPM. RPMs are subtle sometimes, so magnify the photo. Inspect the date and lettering for doubling. True doubled dies show doubling on high-relief elements like the date, Liberty, or IN God We Trust. Use comparison photos from reputable guides. 4. Look for off-center strikes, double strikes, or clipped planchets. Dramatic errors are the ones that most often bring serious money. 5. Condition matters. Color and original luster, red, original surfaces, RD, are preferred and more valuable than brown, BN, with red-brown, RB, in between. A red MS65 is worth a lot more than a brown MS65. 6. When in doubt, get it certified. If you suspect a valuable error or an exceptionally high-grade uncirculated coin, have it slabbed by a top service PCGS, NGC, or NX. Certification typically increases buyer confidence and the sale price. Buying. For bulk coins and starter lots, local coin shops, coin shows, and estate sales are great. You'll often find circulated 1976 DS in bulk. For mint state or graded examples, eBay completed listings, major auction houses, and dealer sites. PCGS David Lawrence listings give realistic pricing clues. Compare completed sales, not asking prices, before buying. For error coins, buy from reputable sellers with clear photos and return policies. Authentication or past certification is a big plus. Selling. For common circulated coins, bulk listings or local coin dealers will pay face value to small premiums. Don't expect much. For uncirculated or slabbed coins, list on auction platforms or eBay with certification and crisp photos. Auctions often attract specialist collectors who will bid aggressively for quality pieces. Documented auction records show mint state examples and rare errors doing best at auction. For error coins, certification and provenance are key. Serious error collectors pay top dollar for authenticated mistakes. Give viewers practical lines and strategies they can copy-paste. When listing, include year, mint mark, and grade if certified in the title. Example: 1976 D Lincoln Cent MS65 RD PCGS excellent original red luster. In the description, mention full measurements, weight, metal composition, grade details, and any observed anomalies. Add high-resolution photos of obverse, reverse, and the mint mark. For error coins, add close-ups of the error and reference comparable auction results or dealer listings. If certified by PCGS/NGC, include certification number. Quick, factual snapshot that you can read verbatim in the video. Face value reality. Most circulated 1976 D pennies are worth face value and are abundant due to a Denver mintage over 4 billion pieces. Collectible premium. Common uncirculated pieces typically trade for single digits to a few tens of dollars, while high-grade certified specimens can fetch tens to hundreds of dollars. Auction records show that exceptional specimens in top MS grades have sold for higher amounts, though these are rare. Asterisk error premiums. Documented repunched mint marks, doubled dies, or off-center strikes can fetch much more, sometimes hundreds, especially when certified. Always check completed sales for comparable errors before pricing. This section builds credibility and helps your viewers avoid scams. Don't assume every red coin is RD grade. Cheap cleaning or chemical toning can make a coin look red. Look for natural luster and strike details. Beware of unverifiable, rare error claims without close photos or certification. Many eBay listings inflate values for ordinary coins with minor marks. Check completed listings. Avoid sellers or buyers who refuse to use tracked shipping or refuse slab authentication for high-dollar transactions. Pull up a completed auction screenshot of a high-grade 1976 penny and one of a claimed error sale so viewers can see real money changing hands. 4. Walk through an eBay completed listings search live so viewers learn how to verify actual sale prices, not asking prices. Give a memorable punchy checklist they can screenshot. Check grade and color, compare completed sales for that exact grade or error before paying. Prefer graded slabs for high-value purchases. Photograph clearly from multiple angles. Get high-value or error coins certified first. Certification often increases price and buyer confidence. Use auction houses or specialist platforms for rare or high-grade pieces. Use bulk offers or local dealers for common circulated pennies. That wraps it up. If you like this walkthrough, smash that like button, subscribe for more coin hunts, and comment below if you have a 1970-60 penny with an odd mark. Post a photo and I'll help you evaluate it in the community post. Want me to appraise your photos live? Drop them in the comments or on my Instagram page and I'll pick 3 coins to grade in the next video. Thanks for watching, stay curious, and keep checking your change. The next valuable penny could be in your pocket. Coin collectors and history lovers. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins ever minted by the United States, the 1995 D Liberty 1 cent. This tiny copper coin, seemingly ordinary at first glance, carries a story of rarity, intrigue, and mind-blowing worth that has captivated collectors worldwide. What makes this particular 1995 D penny so special? Why is it not just worth a few cents but valued at a staggering $6.4 million in today's market? Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll understand the fascinating history, the rarity, and the huge value behind this remarkable coin. The history behind the Liberty 1 cent. Let's start with the basics. The Liberty 1 cent, also called the Lincoln cent, has been a staple of American currency since 1909. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this coin was the first to feature President Abraham Lincoln's profile on the obverse side, commemorating his 100th birthday. It was revolutionary then, a penny with the face of an American president. Over the decades, the design of the Lincoln cent has seen changes, but the core concept remained the same, a symbol of American heritage, a penny for the people. Now, fast forward to 1995. The United States Mint produced billions of pennies that year, struck at multiple mints, including the Denver Mint, indicated by the D mint mark on the coin. What makes the 1995 D Liberty 1 cent so special? Among these billions of pennies, there is one that stands out. The 1995 D Lincoln cent with an error known as the double die obverse or DDO. This means that during the minting process, the coin's die was struck twice, slightly misaligned, causing the design details, like the date, the word Liberty, and In God We Trust, to appear doubled. This error is extremely rare for the 1995 D penny. While the U.S. Mint made billions of normal 1995 D pennies, only a handful of these double die error pennies were ever found. This rarity makes the coin a prized possession for collectors and investors alike. The journey to fame and fortune. The 1995 D double die Lincoln cent's story skyrocketed when coin collectors began hunting for error coins with unusual characteristics. Collectors quickly identified the double details on this penny, realizing that it was far from ordinary. Because of its extreme rarity, the coin's value started to rise exponentially. A coin that might normally be worth just a few cents suddenly became a treasure worth thousands, then tens of thousands, and today, millions of dollars. You might wonder how a tiny penny could possibly be worth over $6 million. Here's why. Only a very limited number of 1995 D double die pennies are confirmed to exist. The fewer coins like this in circulation, the higher the value. The best preserved coins in pristine condition, with no scratches, wear, or damage, attract the highest bids. Coin collectors around the world highly covet this coin because of its unique era and historical significance. Historical significance. It's not just any penny, it's part of American history, representing a pivotal year and a famous era. Over the years, rare coin values have soared, especially with increasing interest in collectibles as alternative investments. Features President Abraham Lincoln's portrait, with the doubled date and doubled inscriptions visible under magnification. Displays the Union Shield, introduced in 2010, but the 1995 penny still carries the classic Lincoln Memorial on the back. The Denver Mint D, which signifies the origin of this rare coin. Copper-plated zinc, standard for pennies produced since 1982. How to spot the 1995 D double-dyed penny. If you think you might have one of these rare coins lying around, here's what to look for. The date 1995 D should appear doubled, like a shadow or duplicate image. The word, Liberty, and the phrase In God We Trust will show the same doubling effect. The doubling is very clear when you look at the coin under magnification or bright light. If you spot these signs, it's worth getting your coin authenticated by a professional grading service. They can confirm if it's the valuable era coin and help you understand its true market worth. The 1995 D Liberty 1 cent isn't just a coin. It's a symbol of how a tiny error in the minting process can create something historically important and immensely valuable. It shows us that sometimes, imperfections can turn into treasures. This coin has inspired many to dive into coin collecting, treasure hunting, and even investing in rare collectibles. It also reminds us to look carefully at everyday objects. Who knows what value might be hiding in your pocket change? So there you have it. The incredible story of the 1995 D Liberty 1 cent, a humble penny with a $6.4 million price tag. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just someone fascinated by rare treasures, this coin is proof that history, rarity, and a little bit of luck can create astonishing value. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on more amazing stories about money, history, and collectibles. Your one-stop destination for rare coins, amazing facts, and hidden treasures in your pocket change. If you're passionate about collecting or just curious about the fascinating history behind American coins, you're in the right place. So sit back, relax, and get ready to dive into the story of a small but mighty coin, the Liberty 1 cent from the year 2000. This coin might look ordinary at first glance, but trust me, it hides a history and value that will surprise you. The Liberty 1 cent coin, commonly known as the Lincoln cent, is one of the most iconic coins in American history. It was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent became the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. Fast forward to the year 2000, the U.S. Mint continued producing the Lincoln cent with the same obverse design featuring Abraham Lincoln's bust. On the reverse, we see the image of the Lincoln Memorial, a design that had been in use since 1959 to honor Lincoln's enduring legacy. The year 2000 marked the end of the 20th century and the beginning of a new millennium. Despite the year's symbolic importance, the coin's design remained unchanged. However, due to the massive number minted and the anticipation of collectors looking for millennial editions, some rare variants and mint errors from this year became highly sought after. Let's break down the physical and technical specifications of the 2000 Liberty 1 cent. Composition: 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. Diameter: 19.05 mm. Weight: 2.5 grams. Edge: plain obverse. Designer: Victor D. Brenner. Reverse designer: Frank Gasparo. Mints: Philadelphia, No mint mark, Denver, D, and sometimes proof coins from San Francisco, S. In the year 2000, billions of these coins were produced, but the real value lies in high-grade uncirculated coins and rare minting errors. Let's take a look at how many of these coins were struck. Philadelphia Mint, approximately 5.5 billion coins. Denver Mint, around 8.8 billion coins. San Francisco Mint, proof limited quantity for collectors with over 14 billion coins minted in total. You might wonder, is it even rare? But here's the twist. Some special versions and mint errors from this batch are worth a lot more than face value. Some coins from the year 2000 contain errors and varieties that have caught the attention of collectors around the world. Here are a few to look out for. Double die of verse, DDO. Look closely at the letters, Liberty, or the date, 2000, under magnification. If you notice any doubling, you could be holding a valuable piece worth hundreds of dollars. Off-center strike, coins that were not perfectly aligned during the minting process can fetch a premium, especially if the error is drastic. Wide AM reverse, a rare variety where the A and M in the word America are widely spaced. This error is common in proofs, but some business strike coins accidentally receive this design, making them very collectible. Clipped planchet or die cracks. Errors like missing metal pieces or cracks in the design add significant value. So, what is a 2000 Liberty 1 cent worth today? Circulated coins. Most 2000 pennies you find in pocket change are worth their face value. 1 cent brilliant uncirculated coins, MS65 or higher. These can sell for $2 to $10 depending on the mint and condition. Proof coins from San Francisco can range from $5 to $20, especially if they are still in their original government packaging. Error coins and varieties. This is where the real money lies. A 2000 penny with a double die or wide AM error has sold at auction for over $500, depending on rarity and condition. The grading of the coin plays a massive role in its value. Coins graded by PCGS or NGC as MS67 or above can bring significantly higher prices. Absolutely. While most 2000 Liberty 1 cents are common, finding a rare variety or a mint error can turn an ordinary coin into a mini jackpot. Moreover, if you're building a complete Lincoln cent collection, the year 2000 is a milestone coin. The last Lincoln Memorial reverse before the shield design was introduced in 2010. The coin also holds sentimental and historical value, marking the turn of the century, and is a must-have for modern collectors. So, next time you get change at the store, don't just toss your pennies aside. That small 2000 Liberty 1 cent in your hand might just be worth far more than you think. Check the mint mark, examine it for errors, and who knows, you might uncover a hidden treasure. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss a rare coin update. Drop a comment below if you've ever come across a rare 2000 penny, or if you want us to review another coin next. Thanks for watching and happy collecting!